That's a plane, but today's video is about trains in Japan.
Thomas A. Edison, the inventor of the phonograph, has never before permitted his voice to be recorded for the public.
I did a short about the luxurious Gran Class bullet train in Japan recently and thought, hey, this deserves a full video too. Gran Class on the Japanese bullet train is something like a 3-cabin first class for high-speed rail. By the way, does that sort of thing exist anywhere else? Curious to know if so, because I haven't seen it. But before we get to that, we're going to start off a few days prior when I took the green car up from Tokyo to Sendai. The Shinkansen, which is what the bullet train is called in Japan, has traditionally had standard class, which is plenty comfortable, and then green car, which is a kind of a business class. Often that means one less seat across, so a 2x2 configuration with a little more space in general and more luxurious seats with more premium decor and better recline and so on. It's a little nicer, but I've never felt it was worth the buy-up. However, this time through, everything in Japan felt cheap because of the really weak yen. So I decided to test this out on the way up, and then cap things off with Gran Class on the way back down to Tokyo. Green car has a comfortable cabin and the seat has plenty of recline. You have to buy your own bento box and beer, but that's alright. It's a very nice ride. It pretty much always is on the Shinkansen. But unless the regular cabin was really full and the green car offered some respite from that, I don't think it's really worth paying extra on an hour-and-a-half ride like this one. It's just not special enough. So let's shift a few days forward in time to the return, this time in Gran Class. The green car ticket cost around $112 one way at current exchange rates, and this one in Gran Class cost $152. So we're talking a $40 upgrade. Was it worth it? Let's see. Welcome to Sendai Station in the Tohoku area of Japan. That's north of Tokyo. I'm here about to take the Shinkansen, otherwise known as the bullet train, down to Tokyo. And this is a route I've done dozens of times in my life. I lived here in Sendai as a kid, and my father still lives here, so I've been coming and going for years. This past little while during the pandemic, there's been no trips to Japan for almost the past 3 years, but now I finally made it back. And so one of the first things I did, of course, was to come up here to Sendai. And this is the service, the Hayabusa service. That's the kind of fastest one that they debuted some years ago. It's the most recent one. It makes it to Tokyo in an hour and a half from here. I usually travel standard class. It's plenty comfortable. And one of the best things about this right now is that the yen is so weak compared to most currencies that it's actually kind of affordable. So I figured, what a good time to give it a try, especially to commemorate this triumphant return to Japan after almost 3 years being locked out of the country. Hopefully many more trips coming up in the near future. But for now, I got to get home. This is the start of my journey back to Sweden, and let's see what the Gran Class is all about. To start off with, having this cream-colored solo seat is pretty amazing if you're traveling by yourself. Then there's a service menu listing the complimentary items you can choose. The food they offer is more of a snack than a meal, but you get a free drink and some dessert if you want as well. You also get slippers, which is just very Japanese and nice. They even hand you this little bag with a bottle of water and some chocolate inside. Here's the snack. And I'm always happy when I can have an ebisu beer, hard to find outside Japan. There's a lot of recline and a leg rest, and I bet you could catch a pretty good nap in this seat if you wanted to. Of course, I was too excited to do anything like sleep. The cabin is calming and lovely, as you can see. And how about a Shinkansen loo review? No surprise, they're kept very clean, and there's even a handy place to put your baby if you've got one. They call this seat Exclusive Dream, and while that may be a bit of an oversell, I think I can allow them that. Oh, and did I mention aircraft-style overhead bins? In the end, this is a completely unnecessary luxury, and a standard ticket is plenty good on the bullet train. But this takes a routine train ride and makes it lots of fun. Alongside all the other added perks and space, I'd say $40 was well worth it. What do you think? So that was a fun little journey on the Shinkansen, on the bullet train, and a kind of new level of luxury and service, which is not in short supply in Japan, even in the sort of base level of service and quality, especially in transportation, hotels, restaurants, that kind of thing. It's just so high, the level. Anyway, now we're in the Conrad Tokyo, and check out this coziness and view combination. This is a place I haven't stayed at in some years. I had a free night to use, and I was hoping I could use it before it expired in Japan, because this is also one of the best places in the world to use free hotel nights at luxury chains. We'll take a little look around the room as a bonus, and see you next time. I'm Gabe Lee, and this is Air Edition.